You'll be deeply moved by this narrative tonight, but it is necessary to tell. I am a beloved television presenter, and the journey of Mark Consuelos's battle with cancer has shifted dramatically. The once energetic actor and morning show co-host is now in critical condition. He is fighting every obstacle with Kelly Ripa, his wife of 30 years, standing firmly by his side. Her heartbreaking moment in the intensive care unit has come to symbolize the power of love in the face of overwhelming adversity. How did things reach this point? How severe is Mark's condition now? And what does Kelly reveal when she is at her most vulnerable? There is far more happening behind the scenes than anyone realizes, so stay patient. This is a story of unwavering devotion, overcoming impossible odds. It all began with subtle signs: fatigue, muscle aches, and constant tiredness. Like many of us, Mark brushed off his sleepless nights, believing it was nothing serious. But behind his signature smile, a hidden enemy was spreading through his body. Their entire world collapsed the day doctors finally delivered the diagnosis: cancer. In that moment, it felt as though time itself had frozen. Kelly confided in me, "You think you're prepared for bad news, but nothing prepares you when it's about the person you love more than life." The unexpected tests of strength that followed caught them completely off guard. For years, Kelly Ripa has radiated joy, humor, and energy. She made millions laugh every morning, yet behind the cameras, she was hiding a horrible truth: Mark's condition was worsening. According to friends close to the couple, Kelly stepped fully into the role of guardian. After putting on a brave face for the world, she would break down alone at home. She kept her private pain separate from her public duties, concealing her fears with quiet grace. Despite Kelly's remarkable strength, the situation reached a breaking point as Mark's health sharply declined. Then came the dreaded call. Things had taken a turn for the worse. He needed to be immediately transferred to the intensive care unit. Kelly dropped everything and rushed to him. Those close to her said she never left his ICU room. She stayed beside him, holding his hand, whispering encouragement as she prayed in the middle of the relentless machine beeping. Witnesses saw Kelly's swollen, tear-filled eyes, yet she appeared determined. Her faith did not waver. Nurses overheard her whispered promise: "I'm not going anywhere. He needs me through this." But she knew the hardest moments were still ahead. For the Consuelos children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, the news was a devastating blow. They had always seen their father as invincible. Watching him so fragile, hooked up to machines, forced them to come together like never before. They took turns comforting their mother and visiting their father at the hospital. "Dad taught us what real strength looks like. Now it's our turn to show
doors, the family held each other, praying and crying. They focused every ounce of energy on protecting their father's dignity, shielding him as best they could from public attention. The revelation that Mark's cancer fight had entered a critical stage stunned Hollywood. Fans of his work on Live with Kelly and All My Children were shocked. Social media flooded with messages of love and support. Castmates, friends, and even distant colleagues paused to offer prayers. It proved that Mark was more than just a celebrity. He was family to millions. As the world shared sympathy, Kelly was wrestling with a terrifying reality. No amount of support could ease the fear she held for her husband's life. Holding back tears, Kelly delivered a heartbreaking public confession: "I don't know how I'm going to survive this without him." Decades spent together, on screen and off, made the thought of losing him unbearable. She asked the world not just for sympathy, but for prayers. Prayers for strength, healing, and hope. She wanted her audience to see that behind every perfect smile on TV, there are real people facing unimaginable hardship. After days of agonizing waiting, a small but noticeable shift occurred. The vigilant medical team began to see slight improvements. Finally, after what felt like endless hours, Kelly breathed a small sigh of relief. "Keep fighting," she whispered, kissing his forehead. "We still have so much time left together." It was only a partial recovery. The battle wasn't over. A flicker of hope had emerged, but the question remained: Could Mark's body endure the war
Consuelos's
ahead?
cancer fight takes a frightening turn. Fans are in disbelief over Kelly Ripa's heartbreaking vigil at the ICU. The beloved television couple, admired for decades, now face the greatest test of their lives. They have always kept their private world guarded, but with Mark's decline, the truth could no longer be hidden. The world was stunned. Known for his roles in Riverdale and All My Children, Mark has always been a favorite among viewers. His charm and undeniable chemistry with Kelly made millions fall in love with their story. But now, their entire focus is survival. Kelly, who has stood by him through every treatment, was seen outside the ICU clutching a tissue, her face pale and exhausted. Her expression revealed unbearable pain. Longtime fans could feel the weight of her sorrow. The woman who once brought light and warmth to every room now looked completely shattered. Once private about Mark's diagnosis, the couple finally felt compelled to share their journey publicly. In a touching post, Kelly thanked everyone for their support and admitted how emotionally draining the experience had been. "We are deeply grateful for your prayers and love," she wrote. "We are holding on to hope with everything we have." She included a picture of their younger days, smiling, carefree, full of life. It reminded fans of the beautiful love story they built since meeting in the 90s and marrying in 1996. Together, they raised 3 children and protected their family life from the spotlight as much as possible. Throughout the health crisis, Kelly has remained by Mark's side. She has openly acknowledged the emotional and mental burden of caregiving, calling it one of the hardest responsibilities a person can face. Still, she supports him through every treatment, every moment of fear, every tear. Despite the uncertainty, friends, colleagues, and fans continue to rally around them, offering strength and solidarity. Celebrities have posted praise for their resilience. Thousands of heartfelt messages pour in every day. Even under immense pressure, Kelly refuses to let go of hope. Their decades-long bond has carried them through countless challenges, and it remains their greatest source of strength. Inside the ICU, the fluorescent lights flickered harshly as machines beeped rhythmically beside Mark's bed. The weight on Kelly's shoulders never eased. Those who caught a glimpse of her in the hallway saw a transformed woman. No longer the bubbly TV icon, but a hollow-eyed warrior, surviving on black coffee and restless naps in an uncomfortable chair. Her hands were raw from constant cleaning and sanitizing, yet she never stopped holding Mark's hand, rubbing his arm, whispering stories and memories only he could hear. Their children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, became a well-coordinated support system. Michael handled calls with doctors, absorbing complex medical details with quiet determination. Lola and Joaquin brought drawings from family members, read supportive texts aloud, and gently encouraged their mother to eat. They became a reflection of the loving, resilient family that Kelly and Mark had built together. And still, the ICU staff worked tirelessly.